Breaking news. Name a U.S. president. What former president? Which American president?
So they say.
I'm on fire! It's not up there. Some politicians belong in the White House. Others belong in the blank house.
Outhouse.
Outhouse.
Jailhouse.
Jailhouse. Jamie, fill in the blank. Some politicians belong in the White House. Others belong in the blank house.
Cuckoo house.
In the cuckoo house. That's all I hear. You thought you were gonna get me, Steve? I got another one. That's 2 in a row, Steve. I'm on fire. Oh, this boy right here. Erica, some politicians belong in the White House, others belong in the blank house.
Doghouse.
In the doghouse.
Yeah, baby.
Camille, some politicians belong in the White House, others belong in the blank house.
The poorhouse.
The poorhouse. One answer left. You can clear the board, Q. Some politicians belong in the White House, others belong in the blank house.
Well, Steve, if they're good, they belong in the White House.
Good answer.
Keep it right there.
Yeah, just like that, the question. Hey, Jamie.
What's up?
I might not get you, but I bet this ain't up there. Some politicians belong in the White House, others belong in the White House. Oh, that's clever right there. Oh, they trying to trick me. Listen to me. Some politicians belong in the White House, others belong in the White House.
In the White House.
That's so damn funny. That's a good ass answer. That's a good answer.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna answer the question with your question. I'm gonna tell you the same thing you asked me. White, yeah. Oh, that's a good answer right there. Here we go. I'm finna point. Ready? Hold your breath. Some politicians belong in the White House. Others belong in the White House. In the White House. I was dragging a minute ago. God saw me having a rough day.
Oh, yeah.
God
Yeah.
decided to lift me up.
Yes.
He said,
What?
you need an answer.
Yes.
That ain't really an answer.
Yes.
You need an answer.
Yes.
That's really a question.
Yes.
I'm gonna answer the question
Yes.
with a question.
Yes.
Some politicians belong
Yes.
in the White House.
Yes.
Others belong
Yes.
in the White House. Can I tell you something else?
You can tell me something else.
Is this your brother-in-law?
That's my brother-in-law.
Your brother-in-law about to be on YouTube. Hey. What? All right. Trace?
Stripper house.
Okay, skip it. We ain't even got to ask. Let's just go and get this over with, start walking over here. Stripper house. Never heard of it, but it's... All right, here's your chance. Fill in the blank. Some politicians belong in the White House. Others belong in the blank house.
The schoolhouse.
Good answer. Good answer.
schoolhouse better. Schoolhouse. Number 5. Name a talk show host you'd vote for president.
Steve Harvey.
Better know it.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey.
We'll place.
Every time I try to have something, here she comes. Been around longer, got more money. Ooh, she getting on my nerves. Man, here we go. Shanice, a little big head talk show host. With my big old head. Name a talk show host you'd vote for president.
Alex Trebek. Good answer.
Alex Trebek. Barbara, name a talk show host you'd vote for president.
How about Dr. Phil?
Yeah, Dr. Phil. Wow, we got 2 strikes now. We got to be careful. Come on now, the Mink family can steal. Okay. Name a talk show host you'd vote for president.
Maury Povich. Still my daddy.
I love Maury Povich. I mean, he is one of the coolest guys I've ever met. Maury Povich for president.
Up there.
Name a talk show host you'd vote for president.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres. So sick of these 2 women. They whipping my ass. Wait till I see Ellen and Oprah. Number 6. That's my man. Number 5. Number 4. I like him. If Abraham Lincoln were on a dating site, name something he'd say about himself that would appeal to any woman of today.
I'm the most powerful man in the world.
I'm the most powerful man in the world.
I'm tall.
I'm tall.
We're gonna play, Steve.
They're gonna play. Let's go.
All right.
Well, let's play, man. If Abraham Lincoln were on a dating site, name something he said about himself that would appeal to any woman of today.
I will say that he changed slavery.
He what?
Good answer. Yeah, he abolished slavery.
Appeal to any woman of today. Yeah. What's up, girl? How you doing? Yeah. Yeah. You know I got rid of slavery, don't you?
That sounds fly to me.
Hell yeah. Especially if she black.
Oh, what? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Steve. That's what I'm saying, Steve.
Yeah. Abolish slavery. Ingrid, Abraham Lincoln on the dating site. Name something he said about himself that would appeal to any woman of today.
He could say that he wears a mean, stingy brim hat.
He wears a mean, stingy brim hat. Lloyd, if Abraham Lincoln were on the dating site, name something he said about himself that would appeal to any woman of today.
I'm very romantic.
I'm very romantic. Pam, how you doing?
Oh, I'm blessed, Steve.
Good, good. What do you do?
I am a quality chemist.
What?
I am a quality chemist for a chemical company. A mad scientist, Steve.
Yeah,
I test things that are surfactants, if you know what surfactants are.
if I know what is.
Surfactants. They are in your shampoo, which, okay. They're in your toothpaste. They make it.
Did she just do a shampoo joke and look at me? It's in your shampoo. All right, we got 2 strikes, Pam. Gotta be careful. The McCozak family can steal. If Abraham Lincoln were on a dating site, name something he said about himself that would appeal to any woman of today.
I don't know if this would appeal, but I would say a Republican.
Great answer. Yeah.
A Republican. If Abraham Lincoln were on a dating site, name something he said about himself that would appeal to any woman.
I'm honest. Honest Abe would say, I'm honest.
I'm honest. Number 8. Come on, A. Number 7. 5. 4. Breaking news. The president's dog just blanked in the White House.
Died.
Died.
Food.
Poon? Okay. Poon? Poon.
We're gonna play.
Hey, Kaylee. Fill in the blank. Breaking news. The president's dog has just blanked in the White House.
Ran away.
Ran away in the White House. Mary Ann, breaking news. The president's dog just blanked in the White House.
Gave birth.
Gave birth in the White House. That's a good one. Christian, 1 answer left. If it's there, your family wins the game. If it's not, you're still alive. Breaking news, the president's dog just blanked in the White House.
Destroyed things?
Just destroyed things for the win. I got 1 answer left, George. If it's there, your family wins the game, but you got 2 strikes. If it's not there, the other family can steal and they will win the game. Breaking news, the president's dog just blanked in the White House.
Got lost?
President's dog just got lost in the White House. Family, here's the situation. I got 1 answer only. If your family gives me that 1 answer, your family steals and wins the game. If it's not there, the Klein family wins the game. This is it for all of it. Fill in the blank. Breaking news. The president's dog has just blanked in the White House.
Steve, we're gonna go with bit someone.
This is for the win. Bitten someone. If all the U.S. presidents were alive, single, and ready to mingle, who would you date? Angela.
Barack Obama.
I bet you would.
Yes.
Barack Obama.
John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy.
You gonna play, Steve?
If all the U.S. presidents were alive, single, ready to mingle, who would you date?
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. Hey, Takara. Hey. If all the presidents was alive, who would you date?
George Washington.
George Washington. Cheryl, if all the presidents was alive, single, ready to mingle, who would you date?
Madison.
Who?
Madison.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
George Washington. George Washington, we all know who he is. Abe Lincoln, we all know who he is. John F. Kennedy, we know. Barack Obama. Madison.
Give it up.
Here we go, Miss Cheryl. Get your family to support you. Madison. Melvin, all the presidents were alive, single, ready to mingle. Who would you date?
George Bush.
George Bush. All right, we got 2 strikes now, Shanika. We got to be careful. Daniel family can steal. All the U.S. presidents live, single, ready to mingle. Who would you date?
Mr. Saxophone Man, Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Zettler, 2 strikes. All the presidents live, single, ready to mingle. Who would you date?
I'm gonna go with Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. Takara, you can clear the board, but we got 2 strikes. You're dancing, you act like you got an answer. If all the presidents were alive, single, ready to mingle, who would you date?
Robert Kennedy. No? Oh, the other Kennedy? The brother? Oh, he's the president?
All this dancing, I just knew you had it. Hey, come on, Steve. Robert Kennedy. Everybody start checking. Robert was president? And then it hit them and they went,
Oh.
I'm no damn president.
Go ahead and give me my ex.
Come on, what you say?
Go ahead and give me my ex.
Come on, get your ex. Robert Kennedy, the president. All right, here's your chance. If all the U.S. presidents were alive, single, and ready to mingle, who would you date?
Benjamin Franklin. We just, you know. It's up there.
It's not up there. Y'all think because his dead ass is on money that makes him one of the presidents. Benjamin Franklin, the president. Number 6. Name something that George Washington would take off in a game of strip poker.
His robe.
His robe.
His wig.
His wig. Lisa, name something George Washington would take off in the game of strip poker.
His boots.
His boots. Luke, something George Washington would take off in the game of strip poker.
He'd take off his hat.
Good answer. Good answer. There we go.
Hat. Alicia, name something George Washington would take off in the game of strip poker.
Those pants gotta go.
That guy take the pants off. Derek, something George Washington take off in the game of strip poker.
His belt, Steve.
His belt.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Alicia, something George Washington take off in the game of strip poker.
His underwear.
Got to take his underwear. George, take them drawers off. Yeah.
Good answer, Mama.
Hey, Lisa, name something George Washington take off in the game of strip poker.
His gun.
Good answer.
He fought
for America.
George Washington has a gun. Name something George Washington would take off in a game of strip poker.
His jacket, Steve.
Now, I heard a lot of your family saying teeth.
Yeah.
I kept hearing teeth, and you went out on a limb with jacket. You overruled the family?
No, that was a second choice.
Oh, teeth was a second choice. Okay. Let's go with the jacket. Number 7. Number 2. Past or present, name a U.S. president you think was a chick magnet in college.
George Bush.
George Bush.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Pass or play?
We will play, Steve.
They're gonna play. All right. Hey, I usually shake hands with people. Hey, Sonya, how you doing? I gotta get all this in. I've been practicing. I'm gonna do this. When he come up to me, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it 15 times. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna shake his hand or nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute, Steve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, how you doing? Sonya, how you doing?
Hi, Steve.
All right now. Watch yourself. Yeah. Hey, past or present, name a U.S. president you think was a chick magnet in college.
Robert Kennedy.
Robert Kennedy.
That's okay.
Teresa?
Teresa.
Hey, Teresa, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Steve?
Past or present, name a U.S. president you think was a chick magnet in college.
I'm going to go with Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. Hey, Sonya, past or present, name a U.S. president you think was a chick magnet in college.
Barack Obama.
Yeah. President Obama.
Yes.
Susie, only one strike.
I believe Abraham Lincoln.
Susie, let me ask you something.
Hello, Abe.
I'm just let me think. Let me ask you something. What is it about Abe Lincoln that made you think he might be a chick magnet?
He was tall, very tall.
All right now.
And he wore a large hat. And I tell you what, Steve, I kind of like the facial hair, too.
You like the facial hair, too?
Yeah.
Watch yourself, mama. Watch yourself. Abraham Lincoln. Hey, listen, Terry. You got one answer left. If it's there, you clear the board.
Daddy Bush. The daddy. George W. Bush Sr.
The daddy. The other George Bush. Am I with you, Jenna? You gotta be careful. You got 2 strikes. Parker families can steal.
That's slick Richard Nixon.
The slick Richard Nixon. The number 1 answer sitting out there. Here's your chance, Monica. Past or present. Name a U.S. president you think was a chick magnet in college.
John F. Kennedy.
See? John F. Kennedy. Yeah, see, Robert Kennedy was a senator. It was his brother. His brother was Robert Kennedy. Tell me something everyone knows about George Washington.
He was a president.
He was a president. Gerard, tell me something everyone knows about George Washington.
He's on money.
He's on money. Tell me something everyone knows about George Washington.
How about his birthday, Steve?
His birthday. Jessica, tell me something everyone knows about George Washington.
That he had white hair.
And he had white hair. Family, listen to me. You got 2 strikes. If it's not there, the Stapleton family can steal and win the game.
He had a long beard.
Huh?
Long beard.
George,
Good answer.
I got to mix up Abraham Lincoln.
George Washington had a long beard. Family, 2 answers on the board. Either answer's there. Your family steals, your family wins the game. If it's not there, the Porter family gets a chance to play sudden death. Yep. Kyle, tell me something everyone knows about George Washington.
He had the original grill, wooden teeth.
He had wooden teeth. Number 2. Name a U.S. president you think could have been a winner on Jeopardy.
Carter.
Carter.
Abraham Lincoln.
Okay. Abraham Lincoln. Pass or play?
Play.
We're gonna play.
Andy, name a U.S. president you think could have been a winner on Jeopardy.
George Washington.
George Washington. Josh, name a U.S. president you think could have been a winner on Jeopardy.
Barack Obama.
Hey, yeah. Obama. Alex, name a U.S. president you think could have been a winner on Jeopardy.
Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. Tim, name a U.S. president you think could have been a winner on Jeopardy.
John F. Kennedy.
JFK. Lydia, 1 answer left. You can clear the board. Give me a U.S. president you think could have been a winner on Jeopardy.
First George Bush.
The first George. Andy, give me a U.S. president you think could have been a winner on Jeopardy.
I'm gonna go with Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. Name a U.S. president you think could have been a winner on Jeopardy.
We're going to go with J. Edgar Hoover. He was smart. He was smart.
Good answer. Smart.
I'm the only one that don't see the problem with this answer right here. I'm the only one. Oh, y'all ain't gonna say nothing. You just want me to turn around and holler out J. Edgar Hoover. You want me to turn around and diss one of the presidents? That's what you want me to do? J. Edgar Hoover, the little man with the glasses on that ran the FBI. You know what I love about y'all as an audience? Y'all such nice people. Because y'all was just trying to share. Steve. Please, Steve, you know good and well. Steve, just turn it over. Don't. You ain't got to do that to them, Steve. But I didn't do that to them. That was their answer. You saw the movie J. Edgar Hoover. It was just out a few years ago. He wasn't a president or nothing. Number 4. Name something Abraham Lincoln probably used to ride on. Delaney.
A horse.
A horse.
Freedom flag.
Megan, something Abe Lincoln used to ride on.
A carriage.
A carriage. Eric, tell me something that you know for a fact. Abraham Lincoln used to ride on.
Maybe a donkey.
The last time you saw somebody come riding in on a donkey. The donkey. Bridget, only one strike. Name something Abraham Lincoln probably used to ride on.
I don't think they had the bicycle back then, but maybe.
Good answer.
Possible?
A bicycle. Alan, we got 2 strikes. We got to be careful. If it's there, we're still alive, sir. But if it's not there, the other family can steal and win.
The train.
The train. Delaney, we have one answer left. Delaney, if you give me that answer, your family wins the game. But this time you have 2 strikes. If it's not there, the other family can steal, and they will win the game. Name something Abraham Lincoln probably used to ride on.
Miss Lincoln.
For 4 games. Been one of the nicest, squarest families I've ever met. All of a sudden, game 4. Riding in on donkeys. And now he's riding Miss Lincoln. Oh my God! Riding on that thing Miss Lincoln got.